times the charm. Okay. Anyways, let me just get into the video before anything else goes wrong. What was I saying? Oh, imagine now, we're at work the other day and then we had cake. So my friend ate her cake and then she's like, can I please have some? I'm like, oh, you ate yours. Ha ha ha. You're not eating mine. Joke. But yeah, and then she's like, I know where you're going to keep it anyway, so I can steal it. Ha ha ha. All right. So now the nurse is hearing this conversation and she's like, oh, you're busy wanting to steal your friend's things. Your friend's storing. Beware. What does that even mean? So I think it hadn't clicked in my head. But for my friend, she's like, wait, storing, what does that mean? We thought it was like some sort of metaphor that older people use. So then she's like, oh no, actually someone literally saw rain. So she used to work in Chikwawa before she was here in Blantyre. Chikwawa is a very rural area and it's like the southern part of Malawi and it's very rural. It's one of those districts where you get to the city and it's like, wait. I know like Malawi is generally like that, but still there are worse parts. And so, like I said in another video, witchcraft in Malawi is not it's cultural. Sometimes it's like meshed into the culture. So Chikwawa culture, I think it's very meshed into witchcraft, where it's not exactly out of malice. Sometimes it's just that that's how the culture is. All right, with that backstory, now let's just tell the story that the nurse told us. So I'm gonna name this guy Jonathan. Jonathan is a well-known thief in the whole area. Everybody knows that there is Jonathan. Beware, if he passes by your things, they'll probably go missing. Because the thing is, he has charms that he uses to steal. And so every time he goes to someone's house, they can't even catch him because he put them in deep sleep. You know that, yeah, his charm is just that he's invincible. He's invisible and he's invincible. So he goes to places, steals, no one even notices that anybody changed anything in the house. I think he turns into some sort of lizard. He enters the house like that. So there's no break-in, so there's no proof that he was there, you know. Okay, obviously you don't know, but yeah. He's like sleek like that because he has those charms. But the side effects of the charms is that you're not supposed to go to a place and come back without stealing anything. Because if you do that, if you get caught by whatever chance, because the only reason why someone would wake up in the middle of the night is not because, we've heard something in the house. Maybe just naturally to just go pee or something. So if something like that happens to you, don't leave the house without stealing anything. Otherwise, you go mad. Okay. Signature sign. That's the charm that he uses, and everybody knows that Jonathan is a thief, is the thief of the whole Chikwawa. Actually, it's not even just the neighborhood, like the whole district. Everybody knows him because apparently that's how he gets that's his job. So this particular day he goes to steal. Goodbye mom, goodbye sister, goodbye daughter, goodbye wife. I'm going to the office. And so he goes and then he enters this lady's house, and then as usual, he's looking around for every room. He's getting the scenery because normally, because people don't catch him, he has a lot of time. That's in my head. Okay, sorry, that's me just making things up, but that's what I'm imagining. And imagine he has a lot of time. So first of all, he'll go to see what bedroom is where, and then from there, that's when he'll plan out like, okay, so I'm gonna take this. I mean, if you know that nobody's gonna catch you, you're probably doing it with palo, with no pressure. So he's seeing what he wants to take, and then he enters the bedroom, and then the lady now from the house, single woman, she wakes up to just nothing. I guess she just woke up. Maybe also her chimes, I don't know, but she woke up, and then he panics, and his first thing he remembers is, okay, I need to leave, but I can't leave with nothing. So he takes a bag from there was a nail on the wall, and so bag was hooked on the nail. So he takes that bag and flees. And as usual, we're looking for Jonathan. We can't find Jonathan. Where is Jonathan? Where is my Johnny?
Question. I'm looking for my Johnny. Anyway.
But yes, where is Johnny? Where is Jonathan? And then nobody finds him because he's sleek like that. And then because now Jonathan left that bag because he didn't actually steal it actively. So he didn't find any importance in the bag. After some days, after some weeks, he now looks into the bag. We're like, you know, Paja, I have this bag. I forgot. opens the bag. And then what he sees in the bag makes him go, no, this is too big for me. I can't be going around having this in my life. I can't keep this secret in my life. So let me go give myself into the chief. If I die, if I perish, I'll perish, but these people need to know what's in the bag. And then he goes to the chief. And then the chief, obviously, first moment where Jonathan comes, everyone's like running like, he's here! And then everyone's running like, let's get him before he disappears again. We all know he's guilty. We don't know of what, but he's guilty. But then he's like, no, guys, chill. We need to talk first. And then the chief gives him some time. Speak or forever hold your peace. And then he's like, you know what? I went to this lady's house to steal. I'm not going to deny that's bad. But what I found in the bag is what has called me back to you guys. I need you guys to see what's in the bag. And then the chief takes the bag, opens it, and there's a painting of rain. A 2D, Eddie? A painting of rain. Paper. There's rain on the paper. And like a proper scenery of rain, buildings and like grass, stuff like that. And then clouds on top. That's the painting. But the weird thing is there's also like proper 3D drops of rain falling down. Now keep in mind, that's not the shocking thing. The shocking thing wasn't someone has rain in their bag, because like I said, Chikwawa has a lot of witchcraft and funny stories. The shocking thing is who is keeping the rain. So there's like proper lightning and everything in the bag, and the chief is like, okay, first of all, this is not my thing. Let's go to the police. Because the police have a way of handling these issues. Because like I said, there's a lot of witchcraft. So they go to the police and they're like, don't worry. We'll just tell us who the lady is. We'll go ask her she'll say the things in that bag without us having to say what's in the bag. Because we have a way of interrogating people, obviously, them being the police. And then the lady is called to the police. She's like, we heard there was a burglary at your house. So can you identify the property that was stolen? She's like, yeah, a bag was stolen. Then she's like, what was in the bag? Because obviously bags can look alike, but we need to know what's inside the bag, because that's the only thing that can make us give you back. Then she's like, no, but my bag had paint on the top and a scratch. They're like, no, but it probably looks like at the back, outside, but us being police, we need to know what's inside. Then she's like, yeah, but inside there's a zip. Then they're like, no, you need to be more specific. What's inside the bag? Okay. I think now that this is the lady, I think we should call the chief. I can't tell you what's in the bag without the chief being there. And then the police is like, it's about to go down. Chief, come. We need you. We need your time. She's about to say stuff. And then the chief comes, and then the lady is like, okay, all along, for some years, if you've noticed, for the past 3 years, and this is not even if you've noticed, everyone knew that rain wasn't coming. So for the past years, I've been keeping the rain. Me and my crew, we've been keeping the rain. So this is why they were keeping the rain. Malawi staple food is nsima. Nsima is like something that comes out of ground maize, like maize meal. So what determines whether there's hunger or poverty or not, or people are hungry or not, is the amount of maize that has been grown in that year. So what they did was that they kept the rain. I'm talking like it's a normal thing, but yeah, to them it's normal. So keep in this mindset with me, please. So they kept the rain so that only their gardens have rain, and then everybody else doesn't have rain. Therefore, everybody else doesn't have maize, and therefore, when they need maize, they'll go to them. Obviously, her business was booming and her friends, their businesses were booming because they kept the rain to themselves. Smart idea. But yeah, and then the chief is like, so it's been you all along. Okay, so give us back our rain. And then she's like, actually, I only keep the bag. The keys are not with me. When I'm like, you are lying, guys. But apparently it's real. Okay, let's just say apparently it's believed so. But anyways, that's up to you to think it's a lie or not. But this is the story that I was told. But yeah, she's like, I don't have the keys. And then they're like, then who has the keys? So in that moment where they're talking about these things, they're at the chief's place. Now people are going and coming out, going and coming out. When she was the nurse, when she was hearing the story, it was like someone just came out of the congregation and went to work. At work, that's when he was telling the story. So now what happened was the people inside the crew of the ladies' crew now also heard the story. So when they heard it, they fled. I think only 2 were found or something like that. But some of them fled, and by the time they were finding them, they were like in Mozambique or something. But she was just the barkeeper, like the secretary, but there was like a CEO that wasn't found yet. So then they were trying to trace them, I think using also witchcraft, I don't know, trying to trace them, and they traced them all the way to there was this witch doctor in Mozambique, and I think that's where they found the keys, and they unlocked the rain, and I think they unlocked the rain, and then they gave back the bag, or they poured the rain into the sky. I don't know what happened there because she also didn't explain, but yeah, that's where they found the rain. And then now Jonathan, the chief, is like, you know what, you are a thief and you're the worst person in this. You are very bad. You are very bad. But then you have saved us a lot more than you have stolen. So we're going to forgive you. Never steal again. And as far as I know, as far as the person explaining knows, Jonathan never stole again. Never. After stealing rain, I think you can't go back, guys. You can't go back to stealing. Anyway, so yeah. After that, I think some of the people were found, some of the people were arrested. I don't know if there's a law against witchcraft. I mean, something like that. Is that actually a crime? Is there something in the in the laws of Malawi of thou shalt not steal rain? I don't know. But I don't know what happened to the people who stole the rain. But I know Jonathan was forgiven and he never stole again after that. If you like the story and please watch the other stories. Please, there's even a playlist. I'm sure it's going to be at the bottom. But there's even a playlist that you can watch. And then another story time if you want. If you like these stories, please consider subscribing because I would love to entertain you so much more.